This is episode 123 of Talk Wrestling. Thank you all for joining us, and thank you especially to, well, I was going to say I don't like to brag, but that's a little crap. I love to brag. Brag is one of my favorite things in the entire world, and if it makes me a bad person, that's just tough crap. Congratulations to me and to you, all 14,000 plus of you. Yay! A full month ahead of schedule. SummerSlam is August 15th. As of today, July 14th, we have reached 14,000 subscribers. So congratulations to you guys. Let's see how far we can get before SummerSlam. Can we get 15,000? I'm not going to make you guys do that. That's a lot of work. But thank you all for reaching ahead of schedule. We'll set a new goal at a later date. I don't want to do that right now. I want to get right into the news, right into TNA and WWE and even a little bit of UFC. We'll talk about that in a little bit. I know I said I wouldn't talk about UFC a whole lot because I don't watch UFC, but I'll talk about UFC a little bit and I'll tell you why later. For now, speaking of SummerSlam, let me get a little plug in here if I can. Those of you that are watching on Facebook, or those of you that follow Aaron or I on Facebook, you're in for a treat. Because on the event invite that Aaron sent out to millions of people, or Aaron, how many friends do you have on Facebook?
5,000.
5,000? All 5,000 you got an invite. If you're in the LA area, if you're not, well then you're just shit out of luck. But if you're coming to SummerSlam, right after SummerSlam, don't wait around for some post-show shenanigans that John Cena's going to pull, or some steel cage stuff that's going to go down, or whatever it's going to happen at SummerSlam. I don't even know what's going to happen at SummerSlam.
They did nothing last year.
They did nothing last year at SummerSlam, so don't stick around for anything. Get on the freeway, head up the 101, and get off in Burbank at the Bob's Big Boy there in Burbank. It's actually not Burbank, it's actually Toluca Lake, or whatever you want to call it, but it's freaking Burbank, people. Anyway, the famous Bob's Big Boy, the original Big Boy restaurant in Burbank, head up the freeway, and at 9 o'clock Pacific, the party will commence. I'm going to be there, Aaron Riff's going to be there, and I got one better for you. Noah Donish is going to be there. Oh yeah, baby. And Noah, I appreciate you putting the video up on the No DQ CAW, and thank you to Aaron for that. But despite the Noah video, despite the people saying they're going to unsubscribe, we got 14,000. So Noah, thank you for doing absolutely nothing. You rock, man. He's going to be a Big Boy after SummerSlam. We're going to have fun.
Another Big Boy's going to be there.
Oh, is he? I did not know this.
Yo.
You know what? Let me just see. I'm just curious who all's going to be there. But I'll do that later. I'll look through it as I'm answering the questions and doing the Victory Road recap. Victory Road happened this last Sunday. From what everybody's saying, it was okay. I didn't see it. I wasn't home for July 11th. I was out with my family doing family things because, damn it, that's what I do. I'm a family man. But let's talk about it. A DVD extra. Jeff Jarrett is placed in a DVD extra match. He's not even good enough to be on the frickin' pay-per-view anymore. And for some reason, they take Desmond Wolfe off the pay-per-view and put him with the DVD extra match, and Jarrett beats Desmond. Go figure. The Ultimate X match confused me. Aaron, maybe you can clear this up for me. It's an Ultimate X match for the X Division Championship. Now, generally speaking, Ultimate X match, the belt is hung over the ring on the X, and you climb up there and you grab the thing and you win the match. Douglas Williams defeats Brian Kendrick to retain the championship by making Brian pass out in a submission hold. I don't understand this. I don't know why this happened. Maybe TNA can explain that to me. Send me an email, TNA, please. Dixie Carter, if you're watching, and I know you are. I know you're watching, Dixie. Send me an email. What's going on? Anyway. Brother Ray defeats Brother Devon and Jesse Neal in a three-way handicap match. Bubba's heel, Devon's not. We'll talk about the ECW stuff on TNA in a little bit, but I don't get that match either. Angelina Love saves her career and defeats Madison Rayne to become the new Knockouts champion. Jay Lethal defeats Ric Flair. Oh, God. AJ and Kazarian over Samoa Joe and Rob Terry. Whatever. Hernandez beats Matt Morgan in a steel cage. I heard that match actually was pretty good. But I didn't see it, so hopefully it is. The Machine Guns, the Motor City Machine Guns, are the World Tag Team Champions. Long overdue. Congratulations to Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley. Beer Money, better luck next time. Kurt Angle defeats the Pope. No real surprise there. You're going to see Kurt Angle go through everybody, it looks like. And RVD retains the World Championship over Anderson, Jeff Hardy, and Abyss. Although Abyss is a psychopath, he's, you know, slinging barbed wire nail boards at, you know, raw meat. He's a trip. Anyway, spoiler alert. Right now, if you don't want to hear spoilers, start your timer. I'll let you know when the timing's over. But I'm going to do a spoiler right now for Impact. So, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. The next night of the Impact tapings, a huge ECW roster invasion. I guess for lack of a better term, ECW roster. The old ECW guys, Al Snow, Stevie Richards, Mick Foley came back. Rob's part of that group. Devon's part of that group. Just a whole lot of people. Basically in a NXT style invasion, but according to the report, it was more better. God, I'm so bad with English. It was better produced than the NXT invasion. So, is Rob turning heel? Is this going to be, you know, indicative of future events? Is Paul Heyman coming in to take over? Paul Heyman has said he's going to be part of the ECW invasion. He wants to run the company Dana White style. He wants complete control. Is TNA going to give him that control? I don't think they should. Paulie is a great creative genius. He's a psychopath. He's awesome. We love him. But, business-wise, he's proven that he's a failure. Paulie is one of the greatest minds ever. I love Heyman Hustle, but booking-wise, he's genius. Business-wise, don't want to put him in charge of the company. Dixie Carter would be smart to rein him in if he's put in charge of anything in TNA. Hogan and Bischoff were not at the pay-per-view or the Impact tapings. Bischoff missed the last Impact tapings as well. Bischoff claims he's spending time with the family, and Hogan's still recovering from the surgery. Hogan had the surgery and has since returned to Impact, but he wasn't there because he's recovering. Seems to me they're laying low and seeing what happens with Paul Heyman. And, you know, either way they're going to come out ahead because Hogan and Bischoff have more money than they need, quite frankly, the two of them together. And if Paul Heyman falls on his ass when he's in charge of TNA, Hogan and Bischoff come back and go, see, we told you so. And if they don't, then they don't. Whatever. Scott Hall hospitalized with double pneumonia. That is fucked up. I've had pneumonia. I know people that have had pneumonia, and it's not a fun situation, but double pneumonia is really messed up. And I apologize for swearing. I know you guys have been getting at me about my language. But, yeah, that's best wishes to Scott Hall. I guess the latest tweet is that he's going home soon. Is that what I read on his Twitter? And he'll be home in a few days, so good recovery, Scott Hall. Hope all goes well. It sucks that you're not part of TNA anymore, but I'm not surprised because, you know, whatever. Your track record speaks for itself. Impact not last week. Last week? No, 2 weeks ago. No, last week. July 8th. Did the highest rating since their move back to Thursdays, so congrats to TNA on a high rating, even though it was like a 1.14. So, you know, in the general realm of things, it's a good thing for TNA, but, you know, really a 1.14 is nothing to be proud of yet. It's good that you got the highest rating, but in my opinion, you know, there's work to be done, obviously. While their ratings and Impact are climbing, their pay-per-view buy rates are going less than 10,000 recent pay-per-views. Wow. That's bad. That is very non-productive, very counterproductive to making money and making things happen. So hopefully TNA can step up their game and realize that, you know, things are not going well. I don't understand why they haven't realized it yet, but maybe that's me. On to WWE. Jim Ross was removed from the opening intro. You don't hear his voice anymore. He said in his own post that he was surprised and a little bit dismayed by that. The report is, now this is not confirmed fact, but this is what is going around the world, is that they were pissed at him, WWE was, for appearing at UFC when Brock faced Shane Carwin. Oh, by the way, all you out there that said that Shane Carwin was going to destroy Brock, Aaron, what did I say on this show?
Brock would win.
Brock would roll him up. 2 rounds. Not only did he take Carwin past the first round, like I said, but he beat Carwin up. Made him tap out. So, boom. 1 for me again. Brock is the man. Brock's an animal. He's a star. I love Brock. Anyway, WWE was pissed at Jim Ross apparently for being at that show, and they punished him by taking off the opening. Bad jailer. Bad jailer. Raw last night, the Nexus storyline continued. For those of you that haven't been following the Nexus storyline, that's the NXT guys. They're called Nexus now. And John Cena is determined to go through them one at a time. He took out Darren Young in the attack from last week's Raw. And then this last Monday, the Nexus won a 6-on-1 handicap match. Congratulations. And then they go to attack Cena. Cena grabs a chair, cleans house. They go to attack him again. And Sheamus, of all people, Cena's opponent for this Sunday, ends up helping Cena clear house. Go figure. NXT last night, more developing NXT stuff. You'll have to check that out. One of our users, V1NS3L, wanted me to talk about the Orton RKO to Evan Bourne. I seriously sat down at the computer and just watched that before we went on the air here. And that was one of the craziest things I've ever seen in my life. I heard about it. I read all about it last night when I went on Facebook and MySpace and NoDQ, and it was all over the place. But seeing it is believing it, man. That was the craziest damn thing I've ever seen. A lot of things could have gone wrong with that. Orton could have really messed up Evan Bourne if he'd been off by a split second. So big ups to Orton and Evan Bourne for their timing on that. And it's being said now that's the biggest one-off spot since the Shawn Michaels super duper kick to Shelton Benjamin, if you remember that from a few years ago. It was in the Raw opening for years on the old who did that song? Underground. Huh?
On the Union Underground?
No, yeah, Union Underground, is that what it was? Yeah, Union Underground moved to the music. Then when that was on that opening for a while, the Shawn Michaels super kick. But I think the Orton RKO kind of surpasses that. That's pretty crazy. So big ups to both of them. Dave Meltzer, our buddy at the Wrestling Observer, is reporting that Triple H took time off to repair a torn muscle tendon. Actually, he took time off to be with the family, and then during the time off, he suffered the injury, so it's very likely he's going to miss SummerSlam. Bad, bad thing for WWE. They've been pushing his return. He's in WWE Magazine this month on the cover saying Triple H returns, or whatever it says. So that's a huge setback to WWE. What storylines is he going to be involved in the whole storyline with Kane? That was the rumor. What are they going to do with that now? They're going to prolong that? They're going to have somebody else? You know, many things are going to happen as a result of the fallout with the Triple H storyline. I hope he comes back healthy and happy. So that sucks. Another thing that sucks is this dashing Cody Rhodes. Okay. It's bad enough when Lex Luger did it in 1993 where he needed 4 mirrors. I mean, WrestleMania was cool because they had the bikini girls. That was cool. But seriously, you're looking at the Titantron in a digital mirror, and then we see your stupid reflection on the Titantron, and you're wondering how you got the good genes. Maybe your mom was good looking, dude. I don't know. Dusty is no peach himself, but, you know, if it's the same mom that's on the Dusty Road DVD, she's not that bad looking abroad. So, your mom was good looking, Cody. That's where you got the good looks from. It's okay, dude. Dustin got the Dusty part. You got the mom side. So, congrats, Cody. But your gimmick sucks. No more guest hosts have been announced or booked or whatever, however you want to say it. Florence Henderson, God bless her, Monday night did a bang-up job. The guest host concept has been played out for a long time, more so since they brought back the general manager concept and Brett was in charge. Now this anonymous GM is in charge. I'm not sure if the guest host thing is going to continue to be viable for them. People don't really care anymore. I haven't cared for a long time, but people are starting to, the support for that is starting to dwindle significantly, so I say, get rid of it. Next week on this show, we're going to talk about the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, which is this Sunday. And as I always say, if you can't get WWE.com to get their coverage to work, or you can't get it on pay-per-view, your number one source is right here at NoDQ.com, where you get up-to-the-minute coverage each and every refresh. Hit that F5 button, boom, new results right there for you. Let's see. John Cena and Sheamus in a steel cage match. I don't see why they would put the belt on Sheamus to have him lose it so quickly. So I'd say Sheamus retains. And I also say that Rey Mysterio will retain against Jack Swagger. Jack Swagger. As far as the Money in the Bank matches, I'm going to just throw it out there right now. The Raw match. The Miz wins. Just off the top of my head. SmackDown. Drew McIntyre. Just my gut feeling. Alright, I promised you a up-to-the-minute guest list. Beth is going to be there at SummerSlam after at Bob's Big Boy. Noah's going to be there, as I said. Mike Nagel. My buddy JJ from Long Beach. Hopefully his whole family comes. That'd be awesome. Bad Dan. Oh, boy. Those of you who don't know Bad Dan Neurotico, you will when you watch Talk Wrestling after SummerSlam. You will know this man. And 3 people I don't know. So, congratulations to those of you that responded so far. To all of the 81 people that haven't even responded yet, you lazy bastards, respond! All y'all. I'm looking at you. And for those of you that aren't coming, you suck. So, just go home after SummerSlam and crawl into bed, and you don't get to party with me. I'm going to have a big boy. I'm going to go off my diet that night. I'm going to have a Bob's Big Boy double-decker with the ranchiest fries you've ever seen in your life. And this size Coke, Diet Coke, right here. Undertaker cup size Diet Coke. Because I'm going to stick to my diet on that much. But the Big Boy and fries are going down, baby. Yeah. Come to SummerSlam. Party with us at Big Boy. And we will see you next week for a full Money in the Bank recap and more WWE and TNA news next week on Talk Wrestling.